Hello, my fourth graders. Welcome. This is lesson 10.4, Compare Decimals. Um, I would like you to pause this video and then go to Google Classroom and watch the video first. Okay, I uploaded the video, the comparing decimals. It's from the Number Rocks, and Hungry Alligator is going to tell you how to compare decimals. Okay, so please go and watch the video and understand. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. So please understand how to compare these decimals and come back. Okay? All right. Please go and come back. Today's our learning target is to compare decimals to the hundredths place. And I would like you to be able to choose a strategy to compare two decimals and use the symbols less than, greater than, and equal to compare two decimals to the hundredths place. Now use models to compare the decimals. Okay, now here 38, 0.38 I meant, and versus what? Yes, 0.4. All right. I'm not going to be able to draw these 100 blocks like this. I can't do that. So what I'm gonna do is that this is what? 1, 2. So the zeros are what? 1, 2, hundredths, right? And this is what? Yes, this is tenths because you have only one digit, right? 1/10. So this, I'm going to make this equivalent fraction, which is what? By multiplying 10 and 10. Do you remember, like previous lessons, I told you, as long as you are adding same amount of zeros, right? This denominator and numerator, the value will be the same. So I just multiply tens in each denominator and numerator, and I made what? Same 100ths. So here 38 versus 40. Which one is greater? Simple, 40, right? So that's how you compare this. Or a simple way, you just compare what? The tens place first, because we have same ones as 0, right? So you need to compare from left to the right side. So this is tens place, and the next one is what? Hundredths place, and this is 8. So 38 and versus 40. Before that, you can always compare what? 4 versus what? 3. 4 versus 3. Okay, that's simple. So just see the tens and hundredths. When they have same tens, then compare the hundredths together, tens and hundredths together, okay? All right, let's move on. Next one. 0.12 versus 0.09. Okay, so what did I say? Compare the ones first, left to right side, okay? So for the decimals. Okay, so here, this is tenths as 1, tenths as what? 0. So that's it. You don't have to check anything else. So it has 1 versus 0. So 0.12 is greater than 0.09. Okay, 0.9. All right, next. 2.3 versus 2.03. All right. Now we have same ones place, but then what about tens place? 3 versus 0. Which one is greater? Yes, that's it. You don't have to go for hundredths because this one doesn't have what? 2.3 doesn't have any 2.3 doesn't have any hundredths. If you want to make it to hundredths, just simply add 0. So 2.30 versus 2.03. Yes? Okay. Now, the question, how did you use your models to determine which decimal is greater? I didn't use the model. So if you if you used it, go ahead. But I'm not going to use models. That makes us a little bit more confused. Okay, so because we know already the place value. We know tens place is greater than hundredths place. Okay, all right. So I'm not going to do this one. If you want to write anything, if you use any models, go ahead. Example, compare 0.7 and 0.07. This is super simple, right? and we didn't have to go over everything, but what we are going to do is what? Compare from left to right, left to right. That's all we need to do. So here, this is 0, same 0, and 7 versus 0. So, yep, 0.7 is much greater. And how? Yes, we use what? Yes, place value chart. Okay. We didn't even use the chart, but you know, that's what it meant, right? So 7 is in tens place and 0 is in tens place. Okay. So 7 is greater. Okay. Here, that's what they meant. So let's read it anyway. Use a place value chart. Start at the left. Compare the digits in each place until the digits differ. That means what? If they have same value, for example, like 0 in one's place, 0, then you need to move on to the next right number. Okay, so which is what? Tens now. 7 tenths versus 0 tenths. Okay, so now the digits in the ones place are the same. Compare the tenths. Okay, we did it. So 0.7 is greater than what? 0.07. Okay, if you want to use this model, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm going to just draw this line in here. Yep, and then scribble. I told you what? You don't have to do like color one at a time. Don't do that, okay? That's just wasting time, okay? And here's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This time we don't have any other choice, but just color these 7 squares, okay? All right, example. Compare 0.25 and 0.3. That easy. Boom. We know already, right? We don't have to go through this everything, but let's practice anyway, okay? But how do you know? We are comparing from left to, yes, right. And this is what? 0, 0, same. 2 versus 3, tens place. This 3 is greater than 2, right? We know that. All right. Already we know the answer, but let's practice it here. Use a number line. 0.25 is 25 hundredths. 0.3 is what? 30. 0.30 are equivalent decimals. That's what I did, right? So I can make always hundredths, right? By adding what? Same zeros. Okay, so 0.3 is equivalent to 30 hundredths. Okay, so here, let's say this is 0.20, and let's count where this plot is located. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 0.25. And then let's continue. 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 26. Okay, 29 and 30. 0, 30. Okay. So 0.25 is to the left of, right? Of 0.3. So 0.25 is what? Less. Okay, less than 0.3. Now what this Newton is thinking, let's see this one. Let's read this together. Remember, on a number line, numbers to the left are less than numbers to the right. Yes, we know, Newton, but thank you for reminding us. Let's move on. Show and grow. This lesson will be very easy, right? Simple. Okay, now compare 0.46 versus 0.44. 46, 44. Okay, this time they have same value as ones, tenths. Now what's the difference? Yes, the hundredths. Which one is greater? Boom. That's it. So ones are what? Zeros. And then tens are same, but then zeros are different. Okay? All right, now number 2. Compare these ones, same, the zeros, right? What about tens? 0 versus 2. Boom. That's it. Okay? Maybe they want us to use this place value. Number line here. 0.05 and 0.2 is here. Okay? Alright, so now you need to pause your video and then do these questions by yourself and then come back for checking if you are correct or wrong. Okay? Go ahead. Use a number line to compare. I'm not going to use this. If you want to and if you need to, go ahead. I don't mind, okay? And you shouldn't be minded, okay? But I'm going to use what? Place value. Okay, 0, 0, same. But then 8 compared to 9. Yep, that's it. That's simple, right? I'm gonna move very quickly because there's no point to wait in here. So boom. You see that? Tens, 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 same, equal, right? Because this is 0, 0, nothing, okay? Now compare, oops, what I did just, okay. Compare 3, 0. 5, 5, 1s are same. 10s are same. 9s are different. I mean, 10s are different. I mean, hundreds are different. Okay, so 25, okay, 25. And 9, 9 same, but they have 4. Okay, so now complete the statement to make it true. All right, 0 point blank 1 is greater than 0 point something 1. So maybe I can just put n 0, right? So 1 is greater than 0. Okay, so it has to be equivalent. So 12 point, 12 point what? 10 is equivalent to what? 12.1 or 10, same, right? Okay, because we can always eliminate this 0 after decimal. Okay, you're gonna learn in 5th grade, okay? But I think I explained to you already when I explained this tens place and hundreds place. Do you remember? 12.1 is equivalent to what? 12 and 1/10, right? And that is equivalent to what? 12 and 10 over 100. Because what did I do? Multiply by 10, multiply by 10, right? And it's equivalent to any same numbers if I multiplying to, it is equivalent fraction. So after the fraction, this 0 doesn't have any meaning. Okay? So even though they have like 3 or 4 zeros, that's same as what? 12.1. Please understand that one, okay? And remember. All right, let's move on. Number 14. 9.43, right, is less than something. So I'm going to say 9.5, okay? Yep, because 5 is greater than 4. All right, number 15. Write the number that is halfway between 3.6 and 3.7. Explain how you found your answer. Halfway. Okay, halfway. So here, the answer is what? 3.65. Because when you go halfway from 6 to 7, it's going to be, let's move on. You need to understand this way. 3.60 to 3.70. Oops. What is that? Again. Okay, today's the day. All right, I'm going to find out again where I was stopping. Here. Everything deleted, but it's okay. We already did everything, right? So now we were in here, number 15. Again, write the number that is halfway between 3.6 and 3.7. Explain how you found your answer. So now what I'm going to do is what? 3.6 is equivalent to what? 3.60. And 3.7 is equivalent to what? 3.70. So what is halfway through between 60 and 70? Yes, we know it's gonna be 3.65. Make sense? So this is my explanation here. 3.60 and 3.70. Halfway is 3.65 because 60, when you count up to 70, 65 is in the middle, halfway. Okay, you don't have to explain more than that, I guess. All right, that's it. If you understood, that's good. If you didn't understand, please put star mark on it and then ask me when we are going over it. Okay, all right, go deeper. Write whether the statement is true or false. If false, explain why. All right, so here 1/10 is equivalent to what? When we convert that into decimal, it's gonna be 0.1 because we have what? 1 0. So move 1 backward, right? And put decimal point. Okay, 0.1 versus 0.07. Tens place is 1, tens place is 0. Okay, so this is what? True. All right, now what about number 17? 0.6 and I'm going to convert that into decimal, 0.36. How? We have what? 2 zeros. 1, 2. So 0.36, right? So let's compare these tens because we have same ones. So tens are what? 6 tens versus 3 tens. Which one is greater? Yeah, so this must be greater, 0.6. So this is what? False. So we can say what? 0.6 is greater than 0.36. This is explanation, right? Let's move on to our last page. Okay, so Newton and Descartes make paper airplanes. Newton's paper airplane flies 3.1 0.1 meters. Descartes' paper airplane flies 3.10 meters. Whose paper airplane flies further? Okay, now use a place value chart. Compare the digits in each place until the digits differ, right? Let's go ahead. Newton is what? 3.01. And Descartes is what? 3.10. So compare Newton's distance to Descartes' distance, and whose paper airplane flies farther? Descartes. Okay. Next, number 18. Same question. Okay. Compare the thickness of a nickel and a quarter. Which coin is thinner? Nickel compared to quarter. Nickel compared to quarter. Which one is thinner? They're asking. Okay, so 1.95 versus what? 1.75. Which one is thinner? Yes. Oops. Sorry. I meant this is the answer, right? So the answer is what? Quarter. Okay, quarter is thinner than nickel. All right, now number 19. You, your cousin, and your friend run a 100-meter race. Who finishes first, second, and third? Okay, let's compare. 16, 16, 16. Okay, those are all ones, right? And then let's compare these tens. Four tens, I mean. 4, 4, and 5. Okay, so your cousin comes at the end. Okay, because it takes longer. So your cousin comes at the end. And who got first? Who finished the first one? Okay, you, because you have same tens, but then look at these hundreds. It has what? 0 versus 8. So you have smaller number. That means what? You came in faster than your friend. So you and your friend and cousin. Okay? All right. So here, number 20. Dig deeper. Your water bottle is 0.25 full. Your friend's water bottle is 0.5 full. You have more water than your friend. Explain how this is possible. Maybe your water bottle that you have is what? Larger size, okay, than your friend's water bottle. That's all we can explain because, 0.25 versus 0.5. 0.5 is way greater. But let's compare this way. Maybe Mr. Lee brought this big jar, right? Jar of water, and he has about 0.25 left. And then let's see, Mrs. Williams brought this small jar, and then she has half of it. Okay, which one is greater? Yes, you cannot compare exactly because they have different size. Okay, so maybe you can say the water bottle size is different. the water bottle. Okay, different. All right, that's it for today. And please put star marks that have some questions, or if you didn't understand something, please feel free to ask, okay, when I go over it. All right, guys, and your homework will be 467 and 468. All right, I will see you soon, guys. Bye.